All right, so the Fed says that you shouldn't be worried about inflation, yet while they say that, they're moving up their timeline for interest rates in the market. And so in this video, I want to cover what we really need to do, what we need to think about, what you need to know as an investor in order to protect your assets from inflation and how to take advantage of interest rate hikes. Okay, so the big news in the media, the Fed is gonna eventually, or they're moving up their timeline to raise interest rates. So I want to talk about really what that means for us as investors. Well, what is inflation? Let's talk about that for a minute. So, I mean, in 1970, if bread was 25 cents and today bread is $4, I mean, that's essentially inflation. The same loaf of bread in 1970 costing 25 cents, today costing $4. Or, 10 years ago, my rent would have been $1,500, where today it's $3,000, right? So, I mean, that essentially is inflation, where the same thing I would have gotten 10 years ago is double, triple, quadruple what it is today. And, with the pandemic and they printed all this money, this surge into the market, there's this big concern of, well, that's going to essentially decrease the value of the dollar. And the Fed saying, oh, don't worry about it. It's just a temporary fit. It's just temporary. But now they're saying, okay, in order to, adjust for that, we're going to raise interest rates in the future. And so this matters to you because if your money's sitting in cash, here's what you have to realize. If you have money sitting in the bank today, inflation right now is around 3 to 4%, which means a year from now, your dollar is going to be 4% worth less than it is today. And so literally, if you have money sitting in the bank, you are losing money. And as interest rates go up, your buying power also goes down. So literally think about this. If you have money cash sitting in the bank and inflation is constantly decreasing the value of that money, while interest rates go up, it's decreasing your power, or it's decreasing the amount of real estate or assets that you can buy, right? Because as interest rates go up, your buying power goes down, right? That's the beautiful thing in the market right now. Because interest rates are low, your buying power or your buying limit goes up. So literally you're getting hit twice. Interest rates are lowering your buying power. Inflation is lowering your dollar. So what do? Well, you get in now. You take your hard cash and you put it in hard assets that will appreciate over time and pay you cash flow every single month. That's what we're doing in real estate. We just bought a deal. We're actually closing on a deal next week. We have a locked-in interest rate for 3 years. And this thing is going to continue to appreciate in the San Diego market. It's going to pay us cash flow from day one. And so literally we're taking our dollars that are losing money based on inflation and we're putting into an asset like real estate that we know over time, even if there are some dips in the market, we know San Diego real estate is going to appreciate over the long term. So we're protecting our dollars by investing in appreciating assets. And then we're also investing in things that pays us cash flow today so that we can weather that storm of a market, right? And instead of sitting in cash, we're putting in assets that are continuing to rise, that pay us cash flow, and we're taking advantage of the low interest rates in today's environment because we have no idea where interest rates, clearly they're going to go up, right? So the thing you do now is take action. Don't wait for the dip. Take advantage of low interest rates. Take advantage before inflation starts to steal your money. The worst place you can have your money is sitting in the bank right now. And so if you really want to think wealthy, you don't want to postpone your investment dollars. You want to get those things working for you right now by what? Placing them in hard assets that produce cash flow that will appreciate over time. This is think wealthy. And this is, I think, really, if the Fed's going to do what they got to do, now's the time to take action. Hope that helps. Think wealthy.